Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dan with Two Dudes, live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right here on the waterfront. All these people are talking about wanting to sell you a lifestyle. We're here to sell you a life.
Selling on Amazon has absolutely changed our lives.
You're probably just getting into Amazon in general, just starting out, you're probably kind of lost on what it is. You may not even know what PPC is, this term called PPC, pay-per-click. Amazon's ad campaign system. Maybe you just started selling, maybe you've been selling for a while, you may not understand what it is or how to use it, or how, maybe your sales are a little stagnant and slow and you want to find a way to juice them up a little bit. Amazon has this system called PPC, pay-per-click. They're ad campaigns. What is an ad campaign? An ad campaign allows you to essentially run ads on Amazon's website that displays their particular product or a set of products that are within a group, a campaign. When you run these campaigns, you go against other people that are selling similar products, and based on keywords and how much you're willing to bid based. If you beat people out, your listing will get shown, and then that'll, essentially over time drive more people to your listing. That'll create more sales. In our world, we're private label dropshippers. This is something where we rely, we don't necessarily rely on these types of ad campaigns right away because we can't. In order to run these ad campaigns, and you may not even know if you have it or not, you have to obtain this thing called the buy box. So the buy box is essentially when you go to an Amazon listing and let's say, for instance, you want to purchase a slipper. You go to that slipper and it says buy now. That's called the buy box. People that do not have the buy box, it would not give you that option. So it's, it's kind of Amazon's terminology. In the beginning, when you're selling on Amazon, you may not be able to actually gain that buy box. You have to prove to Amazon that you're a worthy seller, that you're taking care of your customers. But once you get that buy box, you can start running ad campaigns. So you're probably asking yourself, well, I'm already selling X number of dollars. Maybe you're a brand new seller. Maybe you've been selling for a while. Why would I need to spend money to display my potential listings to potential customers? It can only serve to do you a benefit. It's going to cost you some money to run those campaigns. Depending on what your budget is, and you can cap that. It's going to cost you some money to run those campaigns, but you're going to get it in front of people that may not be searching for your product, right? So if they're on Amazon and they're looking to buy something, maybe it's a similar product, maybe it's something along the lines of what they already were looking to buy. If they get displayed that ad and they like it, maybe they'll purchase it. So another thing to think of is, let's say for instance you're on Amazon and you're searching for something and you see this thing called sponsored. So it's usually the very first top of the line of something that you're searching for. If you're searching for baby slippers, the very first top line, those get shown on that top line because they're exclusive. They're called, it's exclusivity. Those campaigns, essentially, if you're winning those big clicks, will put you in that front line, that top line, so you get shown before other people. It's essentially there to help you get your name out, your product out in front of people that may or may not be looking for your product. It's incredible. So how does this fit in? How much does it cost? You're probably starting to wonder exactly how you can fit this in, what it takes to actually execute on these ad campaigns. Yeah, it's a little confusing. It's all keyword based. So when you type in something like baby slippers into Amazon, those are two individual search terms and then an aggregate search term. So if you're selling these types of baby slippers and you want somebody that's searching for baby slippers to see you first, you're probably going to run an ad campaign based on baby slippers and baby slippers. You'll have a price based on those keywords that you can fluctuate, either a penny up to as much as you want. It really doesn't matter. That'll allow you to bid against other people that are selling baby slippers. If you win that bid, guess what? You're showing up on that line most likely. Getting the most important aspect in e-commerce is being able to provide value to your potential customers, to sell. I mean, that's why you're doing this. You're selling something. You want to make money off of selling something. These campaigns that you run, these PPC, these ad campaigns that you run, are there to help you get your product out there, get more traffic driven to that product. That's the most important aspect. You don't have to run it. If you don't, it's not something you absolutely have to run, but we do recommend it. So just to give you an example, there's this, essentially this term in Amazon's world called advertising cost of spend. It's called ACoS, normally what everybody calls it. And that says, like, how much am I spending on advertising to generate sales? So, if what we did once we got a fine-tuned PPC campaign, we were down around the 20% range. We were spending 20% of our product costs was going to advertising, then 80% was coming from our organic sales rank. Maybe a little bit confusing, but just got to picture like I'm spending 20% of my product costs and aggregate product cost of everything that I'm actually running on these PPC, these ad campaigns, I'm spending on advertising. And it may seem like a lot, but in many ways it isn't, because you're getting it in front of people that may not be looking for your product, or maybe they're looking for it and they're looking at somebody else's store. Being able to beat out the competition is how you win on Amazon. You need to differentiate yourself. Pay per click. these ad campaigns on Amazon are absolutely one of the ways to do it. You know, a lot of sellers, third-party sellers, will execute these types of ad campaigns when they're allowed to, and we always highly recommend doing it. On our YouTube channel, we cover this in depth in a couple different areas. You know, we dive a little bit more into PPC. I just wanted to cover exactly what PPC is, kind of clear up any confusion. We get asked about it all the time. That's something you guys should definitely look at in our YouTube channel. Again, you know, like our content, follow us on Instagram, you know, subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. You know, links are in the description. Definitely take a look at us. We're putting out this content all the time. We're here to give back to you guys. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us. We're always available. But until then, peace.